Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Nizzy's Sports Chat. This is your host Nizzy, and in today's video we're just going to be covering a little bit of the NHL trade deadline. So we still got a couple hours left at the time of this video until the deadline closes, so there's still room for a couple trades to happen. But some of the big trades that have happened so far: the Boston Bruins acquired Taylor Hall and Curtis Lazar from the Buffalo Sabres, and in return Buffalo is getting back Anders Bjork and a second round pick in 2021. So I think this is a really nice pickup for Boston. Taylor Hall hasn't had a great season. He's only had 2 goals and 19 points with Buffalo. But I think he can bring like an added dimension to the Boston Bruins for sure. Curtis Lazar is a nice back-end player for their offensive bottom 6 guy. He's just a hard worker. I think overall it's a good pickup for the Boston Bruins. Hopefully it kind of revitalizes Taylor Hall's season because he hasn't been playing that well. But you can't really blame the guy. I mean, when you're on a team that loses 18 in a row the way Buffalo has this year, and it's been a rough go for them. I'm sure the negative vibes in the building aren't very fun right now. So I'm sure him and Curtis are happy to get out of there. Heading over to the Boston Bruins. That's kind of the biggest trade that's gone on so far, you guys. So we'll see what happens with them. Pittsburgh also went and bolstered up their offense a little bit, picking up a help guy in Jeff Carter, good veteran centerman, coming over from the LA Kings. And in return, they are getting a 2022 and a 2023 conditional draft pick from Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh as well, just trying to bolster their bottom end 6 there. He's a good centerman, really good centerman, Jeff Carter. He's a bit older. He's like 35, 36 years old, but good quality veteran talent. Has been there before. He was with the Kings when they won their 2 cups in their prime days back in the early 2010s and 11s there. So I think this is a great pickup for Pittsburgh. Just give them that added veteran help to make their playoff push. And then the Bruins go out again and make another trade to bolster their defense this time, and picking up D-man Mike Riley from the Ottawa Senators. And in return, they're getting a 2022 third-round pick. So obviously, no surprise, Senators are selling off some of their players. They're at the bottom of their division this year, so there's no surprise there. You would expect that, and they're trying to just gain some draft capital for the years to come, try and finish up that rebuild and get on the right side of the track here. So another good pickup for the Bruins. They're really stacking up this year. They're not first in their division or anything, but they're always that scrappy team in the playoffs. No one ever likes playing the Bruins in the playoffs, especially with Marchand there and everything. So I expect them to be a tough out this year for sure. Another team that's bolstering up a little bit is the Leafs. They went out and acquired goalie David Rittich from Calgary today for a third-round 2022 pick they sent to Calgary. So I think that's a nice backup goalie pickup there for Frederik Andersen. Just bolsters up their goaltending room a little bit for the playoffs there. Doesn't surprise me that Calgary traded him, especially because they already have a number 1 goalie, and they're really not doing that well this year. So to get a little bit of draft capital for a guy, when they're probably not going to make a playoff push or anything this year, it makes sense to me that they trade him away and get something for their future. So good pickup by the Leafs, good trade by Calgary, I think, to just try and salvage something when you already have Markstrom as your other goalie there. So overall, good trade for both teams there. And then the Leafs go on another tangent here on the last big trade that I got for you guys today. There's a few more trades along the way, but I'm just kind of covering the ones that happened recently here. So Nick Foligno from Columbus Blue Jackets heads over to the Leafs. He was the captain of the Blue Jackets the last couple of years. I think this is a great pickup for the Leafs once again. They also pick up Stefan Noesen from San Jose in exchange for a 4th rounder. And then they're sending over a 4th rounder and a 1st rounder to Columbus. So once again, I think this is great moves for the Leafs, man. They're bolstering up, getting ready for the playoffs. They've been outstanding this year. I mean, I'm an Edmonton fan, and that's been our biggest challenge, is trying to beat these guys. We've been terrible against Toronto this year. They've just been dominating the Canadian division. And I expect them to go on a good playoff run this year. Finally, because normally they're ousted in the first round, right? You Toronto fans out there know how bad of luck they got in the first round of the playoffs, going up against Boston all the time. So we'll see what happens this year. I'm not sure how they're going to schedule everything with the playoffs, if they're going to go back to a bubble or they're going to do the bubble in the States, or I'm not too sure exactly what the NHL's plans are for playoffs. But nonetheless, you can kind of see the teams that are bolstering up. Leafs are getting ready for a big push. Pittsburgh's getting ready for a big push. Bruins are getting ready for a big push. So there's a few other small trades around the league, nothing too major. I think the Islanders picked up a couple key guys as well, getting ready for their playoff push. The Oilers just signed a D-man, I believe, or traded for a D-man for like a 3rd-round pick. But nothing too major other than these main ones that we covered today, you guys. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Who do you guys think has the best chance at winning the Stanley Cup this year? Maybe give me like your top 3 teams that you think got a good shot at it. And once again, this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat signing off. And thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.